Hey y'all, and welcome to episode 13 of the Unseen Strands podcast, a crochet and fiber arts related podcast where I'm your host Mo and visually impaired, and will be weaving in strands of the rest of my life with you. I come to you from Central Iowa, where I live with my 4 boys, my husband, my 2 cats, and our dog. And as you may hear, the littles are up. I was planning to record before they woke up, and I actually got the microphone set up, and as soon as I turned it on, I had little babies in the baby monitor. So yeah, that didn't happen. I usually record during their nap time, but today I have this mountain of laundry or just things that need to be put away. And so that's going to be my during nap time project, and today should be fairly quick. So let's cross our fingers because I always say that and then it's not. Yeah, so I have that mountain of laundry or mountain of random clothing items that need to be put away. There's things all the way from like newborn to today that I rearranged their room. And so all that stuff was kind of either hidden in places or in boxes that have just gotten ripped apart, and yeah. So that stuff all needs to get dealt with today, hopefully, crossing my fingers. And so that's nap time. So yeah, puts us to recording during now. Anyways, so like I said, this is going to be a fairly quick little update. I only have 3 projects to share with you. I basically have what I've been working on, I guess, the other day, and I don't think there's anything new except for the spinning. I did finish that bobbin and have my new bobbin. So let's get started with I guess this is our finished objects. I did finish the Jasmine tank top. This was a pattern I was testing, and she just released it last night, which was kind of my spur to get this podcast up because I wanted to share it with you, and she did ask that I wait till she had released it since she was going to have a fairly quick turnaround. And so this was the item that I gave you a little glimpse of last time. It is a crocheted tank top. I worked most of it with a 3mm hook, and then it was a 3.5 or an E hook that I went up to do the bottom part, so there was a little more flare out for hips and waist, because she has it as a crop top, but her measurements, sorry, they apparently found a toy. Her measurements, I think even the crop top just like hit my belly button, and I'm like, that's not gonna work. We need something a little longer for, you know, us mothers that have a little more to hide. And I think I made mine to come up a little further, but I pretty much made my top to go over the shirt that I am wearing underneath in the picture. I know it's not the best picture. This was kind of just my throw together. I think actually in the picture I still had to sew the straps on in the back, but it is finished now. And like I mentioned last week, it is made out of Debbie Bliss Baby Cash Merino, which is a basically discontinued yarn, although it's not, because oh, now I can't remember the brand. Ella Ray has picked up Debbie Bliss's yarns, so this yarn has actually been renewed, and I think the colors are supposed to be, they'll have different names and things, but you should be able to get similar colors. But I made mine in Pool and Sapphire, so no idea if they still even have that kind of colors or not. But that is what mine is made out of. Anything else I need to tell you about it? I don't know. I really like it. It's a warmer yarn, so I'm really planning to save this more for closer to fall and then have some kind of little something over my shoulders over it. But it is, I wanted to make a tank top, and you know, there's all the summer shirt-alongs and things, so that is my work in progress, or I guess my finished object for that. And it does have peacoats and things in the lace sections, which I did my lace in the Sapphire. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not. I highly suspect I will never actually block it, but since it does have the peacoats, I would recommend to block it, but let's be real, I've got boys. So it's probably just never gonna happen. This yarn is machine washable, so that's kind of why I wanted to make it with that yarn. But it's going to hang dry, and hopefully the peacoats will kind of weigh themselves down enough to kind of pull it down, but probably not. And let's see, what else do I need to tell you about it? I used 5 balls of the pool, so I do actually have a whole nother skein of the pool color that I did not use. That actual skein is a different dye lot, so I could have added it. Visually, it doesn't look like it's any different, you know, to the naked eye. But as we all know, sometimes you wash that and it'll look different, or sometimes when you actually crochet it in, it does look different. So I probably could have made this a little longer if I would have added that other one. But yeah, I decided I wanted to keep all my dye lots the same, so I wasn't going to worry about not getting that ball in. And then I'll have a ball to possibly make some mittens or something with for the littles this summer, for this winter. Anyway, so moving on to my crochet whip of the week. I am still working on my poison ivy socks. I again am working this for the summer romance cal, as well as tea and tails and several other sock alongs. I am trying. I'm going to try. I know I have less than a week left, but I'm going to try to finish these by the end of the month, so that there's at least a couple different cals that want you to start and finish your socks in the same month. So I'm going to try to finish these by the end of the month so I can actually enter something into those. I think the Grocery Girls is the one that is like that, and there might be another one or two. But that's the hope right now. I need to actually go and cake up the contrast color. But I've got basically what I need for the body of the foot of the one sock, and then I'm working on the body of the second sock. And yeah, so far so good. I'm probably, I don't know how much yarn it will actually take me to work the toe and heel, so I might start working I might start working the toe with the actual poison ivy colorway, and then move on to doing the rest of it in the contrast color. I forget which contrast I actually have for these. So yeah, this is again out of Leading Men Fiber Arts yarn, again in the color Poison Ivy. That's why it's got that name. And this is a pattern that I am making up. Oh, I don't think I told you the Jasmine Tank top is by, let's have it say it to me again, Adinda Henning is what it says. I don't know if that's proper or not, but that's what my computer says. Whoops, sorry guys, another little edit in here. Apparently I tabbed out to get that name, and somehow I lost some of my recording. The good news is that you guys missed the meltdown that Zane had, which I refer to a couple times later, and you don't even get to hear it. But basically, this next little bit, I start talking about how I would like someone to kind of write up the pattern that I am trying to make my husband's socks out of. But you missed the start of that, and then of course Zane has a meltdown, and so I stop in the middle, and then I pick it back up right in the middle without realizing that I lost some of that recording. Okay, sorry about that. We had some hurt feelings that have been repaired with some pretzels and a glass of water. But anyways, as I was saying, if anyone is comfortable basically writing up a template or a pattern for me, because I would love to be able, I mean, I have the basic notes on the sock pattern written down in my project page, but I would love to be able to give you guys like a PDF of how I did this. But I don't have any word processing equipment or anything to do that. So, and let's face it, me trying to write things out so that they're visually pleasing to you guys, not gonna happen. So yeah, if there's somebody who wants to take my notes and make it into something, I would so be very grateful, because I mean, it's a sock pattern, so it's just basically a template. And so there's not a whole lot that goes into it. It's a lot of trial and error on figuring out for yourself, but I do think this pattern is like doable and a good starter place, because like I started this pattern as a way to make something for my husband with not having any actual like male sock patterns to go off of. And not to say there aren't any out there, it's just, yeah, it's hard to find things, and my husband has large feet, so it's just hard to find things that work. But yeah, anyways, so that is my Poison Ivy socks this week in progress, hopefully done by the next episode. And then finally, my last work in progress, which again is kind of the, I guess, half-o, H-O, the hoe for the week. Sorry, I'm scatterbrained still because the littles are out, so I'm only halfway with you. I have my, and I totally lied to you guys. This is the Peter Iredale? Something like that. Color from the June box, not the Caspiola. It is the flax silk merino? Probably. I think it's the flax silk merino blend. Usually all their blends have merino in it, so I would assume that's what it is. And yeah, I finished that spin, and then I am pairing it with blue bamboo, which was, I put a picture on Instagram. You guys on Instagram did not play along properly. I asked for opinions on what to pair it with. I had 3 options. I had amber with rainbow nylon. I had my faux angora, which is of course a white, and I had this blue bamboo, and only a couple people on Facebook actually played along correctly and told me which one they thought I should pair it with, and it was a unanimous blue decision, so that is what I have started. I have heard that bamboo is a really hard fiber and not a favorite to spin, so I was kind of hesitant to start this, but it's not going that badly. I did have a hard time getting started, but that is true of pretty much anything. I guess I just have trouble getting my tension correct on the spinning wheel for the start. But like yesterday, I was watching my friend's little boys while she was getting her haircut, and I took my wheel down. This was during nap time, of course, so I had the baby monitor downstairs with me, and I just set it up on the coffee table that's down there, and that worked actually really well. Usually I just spin from the floor, which I'm sure I'm not a usual couch sitter. I prefer the floor. I'm weird, I know. I guess I like the stability of floor. You can't fall off of it. But yeah, so I usually spin on the floor, but I actually really liked doing the spinning from the coffee table, and then I actually used the foot pedal as a foot pedal instead of the foot pedal as an under the knee pedal. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I actually did better spinning on that solid surface than I did from the floor. So I've left the spinning wheel down there, and then I plan on taking the littles down there again today because it's a beautiful day today. It's high is like 79 or something. Hey Google, what's the weather?
Currently in West Des Moines, it's 71 and mostly sunny. Today, it'll be mostly sunny with a forecasted high of 78 and a low of 55.
Oh, our high is only 78. If you didn't catch that, it is currently 71. We are at almost 10 o'clock in the morning on July. I know this stuff is stuff you usually hear in the beginning, but hey, let's throw it in here in the end. It is July 25th, and yeah, it's 71 out. It is gorgeous. And so I think we might just kind of go downstairs because I don't plan on turning the air back on until my husband gets home because he's a complete baby when it comes to heat, but I don't really mind it. So we might just go and kind of play downstairs what's a little cooler in the afternoon when it starts to actually warm up, and then I will do some more spinning. If you didn't know, currently it is the Tour de Fleece, and that is why I am spinning so much. It actually ends fairly soon here, I think. I don't remember what the end date is, but it is coming up on us fairly soon. And hopefully I will get this done. I am probably, which is kind of miraculous to me, I'm probably about halfway through my bamboo. I kind of wish to be a little further, but I really want to get, like I said, these socks done, which I am now working on my socks while I'm talking to you. I picked them up when I had to go save Zane's feelings. But yeah, I want to get these socks done, so I'm not sure I'm going to actually get my spin done. I will have approximately 8 ounces that I need to ply, so maybe I'll get the spin done but not the ply done for the tour de fleece this year. I guess we'll just have to see, but I really need to get that skein made up because I need to count that yardage for the Knit Girls Summer Stash Dash. There we go. And yeah, I totally signed up for the 15K, and there's just absolutely no way. But this year there's no actual prize prizes, so I'm not feeling too bad about being in a group that I am not going to meet. But maybe I'll hit about half of that, which is I think what I did last year, but I was thinking that I was going to solely focus on getting things done this summer, so I was hoping, and especially with the spinning, I was hoping to get to that 15K mark. But yeah, I think 7,000 might be more realistic, and maybe I need to plan that for next year so that I'm not shooting for the moon. But as Amy from the Stranded podcast says, it's either go big or go home. So that's kind of what I planned on. Anyways, so that's all that I've been, I guess, fiberly doing. It's been busy, of course, because I have 4 boys and it's summer. We actually have done some biking this week, and that's been really fun, and I assume we'll be doing a lot of biking next week because the bigs are going to my dad's. They'll leave this Sunday, and then we're going to go pick them up next week. And so we will have some nights where we don't have to worry about trailing around to other little kids. We just have to do the ones that are attached to us. And so that will be fun. We have a tandem bike with a 2-seater trailer thing that goes behind us for the littles. And actually that trailer we got is new this year because the one that we had for Jeremy and Sam was starting to disintegrate, like the plastic and rubber stuff on it was leaving little black flecks everywhere, and we're like, yeah, that's not safe for infants. So we've actually trashed that one and got a new one this year, and so we're actually biking again, which I love. I love being able to cycle, and we've got a lot of bike paths around us now because back where I used to live, we had literally one bike path in town, and it was a mile long. And if you know anything about biking or cycling, a mile is like nothing. It's actually kind of boring. And yeah, the first day that me and my husband, because the bigs were up with his mom, we went for like a 10-mile bike ride. And then when they were with us over the weekend, we went for another, I don't think it was quite 10 miles. It was probably a little less than that. So somewhere in between 15 to 20 miles last week on the bike, which I know we need to get on it again, but my behind needs to be able to do that. So I've been kind of hesitant, but I think maybe even today we should be able to go again. Although today is Taekwondo, so I guess maybe we won't be going today. Maybe tomorrow we'll get to go for a bike ride. It's supposed to be, again, a lovely day tomorrow, and pretty much nice and cool through the weekend, which is kind of a bummer because I'm having a combo birthday party for them on Sunday. Jeremy's birthday is in March, but Jeremy and Sam, for at least the last 2 years, have shared a birthday party with their friends. They have a lot of the same friends, obviously, because they pretty much do everything together. And So last year we did a party together, and then this year is basically going to do the same thing, but it was supposed to rain all weekend, so we decided we just go to the pizza shop and just do it there. They have a couple arcade games and things, so we're just going to do that. And then it sounds like now Sunday is actually going to be okay weather-wise, but it's still supposed to rain Saturday, which means if we went up to the park that is right near our house, it's still going to be a really wet playground. So yeah, we'll probably just go ahead and still go and have pizza at the actual place instead of doing it up at the park like we did last year. But yeah. We're a little behind with the little guys. And actually, Jeremy's birthday party got really delayed because of the house selling back in March. And so March is his birthday. Then I have a nephew's birthday in February and a nephew's birthday in April. So pretty much our February and April get consumed with the cousins' birthdays. And then, of course, it was May, which is just always insane with May. And then I was hoping to do their combo party actually back in June, but that didn't happen, so end of July will work. Sam's birthday is actually in August, so we're ahead of the game this year on that. But hopefully next year we'll actually be on time with things and not have to do this combo party, but it doesn't actually work out too bad. Like I said, they have the same friends in the neighborhood, and Jeremy doesn't really play with anyone, so he has his friend back home and they're coming to his little party, and so that'll be fun. And then Sam has his best friend here, and so they'll be coming, and then we have a few other just scattered friends, and so I know one of them is coming, and then I guess we'll just see on everyone else for who can come or whatnot. But yeah, that's just random life. Sorry, I didn't really intro into that. Like I said, I was going to make this short for you, and I feel like now I'm rambling forever and ever and ever. We do have the Cakewalk CAL still going on, going strong. It is from April 14th through October 14th. So basically, any caked item that you have, cake as in yarn caked item you make, that's still sounding terrible. Any item you have made from a yarn cake, there we go, that you have made between April 14th and October 14th, please go over to either No Catchy Name, which is Ella's Facebook group, or go to the Unseen Strands Ravelry group to post your finished objects. I'm not very picky on if it's a started item or not. This is kind of your stash buster thing. And actually, the idea came from a crafty crocheter with Elizabeth. She mentioned last year, and that's actually when I got the inspiration for doing some kind of cake and cake related CAL. And then I actually had the inspiration for what to call it like 2 days before Ella said she was thinking of starting one, and she just wanted to know if anyone wanted to do one with her, and so that's how this all like came about. But yeah, I actually got the inspiration for her because she had said that she was having trouble finding patterns to use with the cakes because the cakes last summer were just so new and there just wasn't a whole lot out there. So that was kind of the inspiration behind the Cakewalk CAL. And then, like I said, when Ella said that she wanted to host one and was looking for like ideas and stuff, that was like 2 days after I had come up with the name Cakewalk CAL. And so, yeah, we are, like I said, in the middle of that, and it's going strong. And basically use up your cakes and post them in there. And I think that's all for this week. So as usual, if you would like to follow me on social media, again, I'm bad at using it, but I am either Hooked on Moes or MOesKrochet on most platforms, as well as you, of course, can find the Unseen Strands Ravelry group over on Ravelry. And my shop is still on vacation mode, but apparently I never put the boys' shop on vacation mode, so I am basically just for their shop doing price increasing as I get to it. So I've got a few things in there. Their shop's a lot easier to update because all their things are based on the same pricing structure. And I think that's all I'm going to do. So I'm just kind of going, because of course I can eat a quarter to, I guess, $1 on stuff pretty easily. So I'm just kind of updating the prices on their stuff as I renew. And I'm trying to do one renewal and one item a day. No guarantees on that. And so, yeah, my shop is coming along very slowly. It's still on vacation mode and I need to deal with it. Oh, and one last thing I wanted to include in here, and sorry, now I've got Caillou on in the background, so there'll be some extra noise. But as many of you know, like Ella, and I know there was another podcaster, I think it was Pin Feathers and Pearl, are on Pokemon Go, and they've released trading and things. And so if you would like our friend code, or I guess if you would like to send me your friend code, because I have at least 3 accounts that I can suggest for you to add, just let me know. We are avid Pokemon goers. I have Ella on my friends list, and I need to send a message to the Pin Feathers and Pearls girl, because I know she also mentioned something about it. And so if there's anyone else out there that wants to be Pokemon Go friends, because you can send friends a gift like once a day and get gifts from like all over well, I guess all over the world, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, if you want to send me, I am Mo Rojas Carpenter over on Facebook. That's probably the, I guess, most easiest, widely used way to message me, although it's hard to get friends or get messages from people if you're not friends with them. But I'm over there, and then of course I'm MOesKidZ over on Ravelry, so that is probably, for you guys, the easiest way to get a hold of me. I don't think miss very much on there, so yeah, just shoot me a message if you want to become friends on Pokemon Go. But anyways, guys, sorry for all the rambling there at the end. Of course, all your good fiber-related content is at the beginning. Anyways, if you liked this episode, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button and subscribe. Talk to you later, guys.